What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. And yeah, I'm trying to learn Vulkan right now. And this is me exploring the article introduction to Vulkan. And hopefully, this will not be anything beneficial to you guys, but it's quite interesting for me. So if you want to follow along the read, you can. And for people who are listening to this via phone or any other YouTube Premium membership, you can just turn the video off because this can basically work as a podcast too. So more convenience for you guys and less headache for me. And I'm just putting out disclaimers there. So like, share, subscribe if you can. I really sounded like an YouTuber back there. Let's go. Introduction. This is a tutorial. This tutorial will teach you the basics. Fuck! I just started to read right now and I'm doing it wrong. Quite frankly, I'm really bad at reading in monitors. So I just parse through them every now and then. And right now I'm trying to put on this habit of reading the entire thing. Hopefully this will work out. This tutorial will teach you the basics of using Vulkan's graphics and computer API. I just thought it would only do graphics, so turns out computer API too. Vulkan is a new API by Karnos Group, known for OpenGL. Okay, Karnos Group created OpenGL and they made Vulkan API. And Vulkan, if I'm not wrong, if am I pronouncing it right? Whoa. Pronunciation. Okay, it seems like there are nothing for me to help me pronounce Vulkan properly, so let's get on. That provides much better abstraction of the modern graphics card. This is new interface allows you to better describe what your application intends to do, which can lead to better performance and less surprising driver behavior compared to existing APIs like OpenGL and Direct3D. The idea behind Vulkan are similar to those of other Direct3D, Twill, and Metal, but the Vulkan has the advantage of being fully cross-platform, allows you to develop for Windows, Linux, Android at the same time. You had to say Android. What about the Mac? Is Mac fucked up? Sure. However, the price you pay for these benefits is that you have to work with significantly more verbose API. Every detail related to the graphics API need to be set up from scratch by your application, including the initial framework, buffer creation, and memory management for the objects like buffer, texture images. See, I just try to map through the first thing that comes to my mind, and I end up saying something wrong. The graphic drivers will do less hand holding, which means that you will have to do more work in application to ensure the correct behavior. So it means that okay, before I could learn to walk, I have to run. I'm a fucking deer right now. Nice. The takeaway message here is that the Vulkan is not for everyone. It is targeted at programmers who are enthusiastic about high performance computer graphics and are willing to put some work in it. If you're more interested in game development rather than computer graphics, then you may wish to stick to OpenGL directory, which will not be deprecated in favor of Vulkan anytime soon. Another alternative is to use an engine like Unreal or Unity, which will be able to use Vulkan while exposing a much higher level API to you. Nice. The guy just said, if you're a nussy or a pussy, I have to censor that thing out. Please don't do this because this is not for the faint hearted. This is only for the people who are really interested in graphics. Left, right, center graphics. But yeah, sure. So, graphics is, if you're really interested in this shit, please try to learn it. And if you're someone who's like, I can just try something different. Oh, my face was weird back then, so please ignore that. Okay. So if you are weak hearted, this is not for you. With that out of the way, let's cover some prerequisites for the following for following this tutorials. You have your graphics card and driver compatible with Vulkan. Apple M1 is compatible. Apple Silicon. Nice. So NVIDIA AMD, okay, experience with C++, familiar with RAI initializer list. Okay, let's see. A compiler with decent support of C++ 17 features, Visual Studio 2017, GCC, or C Lang 5 plus. Okay, for some existing experience with 3D computer graphics. This I don't, but let's try. This tutorial will not assume knowledge of OpenGL or direct 3D concept, but it does require you to know the basics of 3D computer graphics. It will not explain the math behind perspective projection. For example, s- see this online book for a great introduction of computer graphics concepts. Some other great computer graphic resources are ray tracing in on one weekend. Okay, physically based rendering book. Okay, physically based. Nice. Vulkan being used in real engines in the open source Quark and Doom 3. You can use C instead of C++ if you want, but you will have to use a different linear algebra library, and you will be on your own in terms of code structure. We will be using C++ like classes and RAI to organize logic and resource lifetime. There is also an alternative version of this tutorial available for Rust developers to make it easier to follow along for developers using other programming languages. And to get some experience with this base API, we'll be using the original C API to work with Vulkan. If you're using C++, however, you may prefer using the newer Vulkan HPP bindings that abstract some of the dirty work and help prevent certain classes of errors. If you're okay, ebook. If you prefer reading this tutorial as an fuck no tutorial structure, not interested, not interested, not interested. I guess that pretty much sums up entire thing I should know about Vulkan. So that would be cut.